Most times it's for your good. Hi, my name is Diana, and not to bore you, I'm going to make a quick summary of an experience I've had. So once, years ago, I got a job offer, beautiful job offer, juicy job offer, car and driver on the spot, co-signatory of account, co-partnership. And right there and then, I just had my first child. I was confused. I didn't know how I was going to handle that huge responsibility, hiring people, and just the 9 yards of it. And so I did something. At the spot where I was negotiating for my job, I also negotiated for a younger girl, which I've known for years, or I thought I knew for years, to be given a position as my personal assistant. As at that time, this person, the offer on the spot was over 100,000, and I was very excited. I felt like I had a pillar and a support basically to just start that job. Long story cut short, the person was given the offer. We started the work, and 6 months down the line, the person decided that she was now better than me. And this was someone who's never worked in her life. This was someone who I was about 7 years or more older than. Decided that the position I was sitting on as a director was what she wanted, and she went all out. And 1, 2 months, 2 weeks in the midst of all this drama, I got to know the person in her that I didn't know. There was face-to-face confrontation from her. There was everything. Let's just say the 9 yards of this story is that she got that position, and I stepped out to preserve my mind and my body and my soul, which all of them were under attack. And a few months down the line, this took me down into deep depression. I didn't want to see the sun. I didn't want to come out. I felt that the world was full of pretenders and wicked people. It was just the deep stab betrayal right in the middle of your chest, where you can feel the pains. You know exactly where your heart is. And I didn't want to communicate. I didn't want to reach out to the whole world. And this is really the first time, maybe like a lot of people or anyone would hear the story, apart from people in my immediate circle. And it was really painful. I fell into depression, and long and short was so about 6-7 months down the line, this is post not having the job, not wanting to come out, suffering depression, I started getting calls of congratulations, this, like, obviously here I was in my house, no job, not happy, didn't want to communicate. I thought that people were calling, maybe I've gotten that dream diplomatic appointment and everybody saw it on news. Your brain just works in an interesting way. But people were congratulating me because a few months down this line, where every day I woke up questioning God about why he allowed this to happen, why my good intentions turned to bad, I discovered that it was all over in the news. It was in CNN. The person who owned the organization was among the FBI, people who were arrested by FBI, who were caught for corruption, Long and short of the story is that she lost the job. She and the person ended up in court. She was investigated. So many things that I heard that happened or didn't happen. But what? I got vindicated. What is the most important part of this story? When it looks like you're being pushed out of a place, when it looks like life is being unfair, if you're getting betrayal from friends, from loved ones, from someone you're in a relationship with, if you're getting so many manipulation in your place of work that is not going your way, God has a hand in it. Life has a way of pushing us from our comfort zone so that we can achieve the comfort that we dream of. Sometimes the dream that you have, you cannot attain it at that your comfort zone. So life comes like a flood, a heavy flood. It pushes you, and at that time when you're in that wave, when the flood is hard, when you are being pushed from that place that you're comfortable with, it becomes uncomfortable. You start to question your capacity, your ability, your religion, your faith. And when it pushes you into the shore, and you arrive right at where you wanted to be, right at that place you were dreaming of in your comfort zone, you start to appreciate the flood, you start to appreciate the push. So I want to encourage you today, whatever you're going through, if you're going through a similar story as mine, if you can relate, if you have something that is close to it, life is pushing you. It's like you went into the beach and you got lost in the water, you couldn't swim, and then there's this heavy wave that just comes and boom, you're scared that this is the end, I'm going to die, and then the next thing, boof, you find yourself at the shore. You find yourself on dry ground. You find yourself on solid ground. You find yourself in that peace, in that comfort. You find yourself at the best of yourself, right? So whether you have this kind of story, whether you're going through a betrayal or not, whether yours is just the recession is hitting you hard, you've had to close up your business because it didn't go as you wanted, it's just that flood that's going to push you back on solid ground. You'll be all right in the end. Even if you're having a bad marriage, if you're having a bad relationship, it's just that flood. Never forget. Close your eyes and imagine the flood, that it picks you up, that wave that picks you up, and then it looks like you're about to end, and then boom, we're back on solid ground. You're now in that beautiful place that you've always imagined and you hope and you've worked so hard for. You will be all right. I'm better off from it. In fact, I said that snapped me out of my depression and lack of faith and questioning of God, because I saw that if that flood, if that wave had not come from her, I would have been in that organization when the whole FBI owner being arrested, investigations started happening. I would have been in that organization, but for that flood, that wave. That was the only shake that would have taken me, because I was really comfortable at that place. But I was better off without the place in the long run. So let's do the long run together. Let's keep giving ourselves hope. Let's keep being strong together. Until I see you next week, like, share, comment. And never forget that you are unique. I am the voice. And together we are a gift to the world.